For the sandler in the shadow of the stone, a golden falcon rose above the silent deep. The heavy waters of the Nun were left alone, while light began to stir from centuries of sleep. He spoke his name and felt the first day ignite. The void surrendered to the burning of his gates. A crown of fire carved the boundary of night, and set the world within a labyrinth of rays. Upon the bark of millions of fleeting years, he navigates the river where the sky descends. The prayers of mortals are the only sound he hears, until the crimson bleeding of the daylight ends. While sacred gates are waiting for the heavy bound, the serpent coils beneath the mountain of the west. The sweat of creation is frozen on his brow as every living pulse is put to final test. The disc of glory is a wheel upon the hill, turning the grinding dust into a spark of grace. The law of might is holding every ocean still, reflected in the lines across a weathered face. He is the father of the breath inside the reed, the ancient traveler who never needs a rest, sowing the morning like a handful of bright seed, until the sun is leaning heavy toward the just. When that boat slides through the belly of the snake, the stars are lanterns held by ghosts along the shore. The dreams of every man are trembling in his wake, until he finds the hinge upon the eastern door. The transformation of the beetle in the clay, the old man fading as the child begins to rise. He wears the armor of a never-ending day, and wipes the blackest salt from weary human eyes. His tears became the clay that walked upon the shore, the salt of existence in the valley of the heat. He gave them spirit and he gave them something more, the steady rhythm of the pulses and the feet. But when they turned their heads to worship lesser things, he hid a secret name within a hollow bone, and took the flight upon his white and gilded wings, to leave the pharaohs on a high and lonely throne. The lioness is waking in the desert haze, to guard the threshold of the shimmering horizon. The granite mountains are melting in his blazes, as he's always the fire he is passing. The disc of glory is a wheel up on the hill, turning the grinding dust into a spark of grace. The wall of might is holding every ocean still, reflected in the lines across a weathered face. He is the father of the breath inside the weed, the ancient traveler who ever needs a rest, sowing the morning like a handful of bright seed, until the sun is leaning heavy toward the chest. The disc of glory is a wheel up on the hill, turning the grinding dust into a spark of grace. The wall of might is holding